play at a high level from here on out. And not that Roche wasn't good. I just feel like, that's when he kind of stopped letting Jalen Phillips outshine him is how I'll phrase it.
Well, I think a part of it has to do with Phillips pops more when you're watching film.
Yeah.
Like he's a bit more flashy of a D end. Quincy Roche's your traditional, guy at the position. But I'm really, really happy with the way our defensive line is playing.
Yeah.
Like they're killing it, man.
Yeah, I would like to see a little. I mean, I thought there was improvement in the Pitt game, but I'd still like to see a little more sturdy run defense from our tackles and linebackers.
Hey, we gave up 22 yards rushing, man.
Yeah. No, it was better. It was better, but I'm just talking like, I have no problem with Pitt, but like if that's a trend, then I'll back off of it. But for the most part of the season, that's been an issue.
Mm-hmm. No, for sure.
Okay, so this one is from @DNordy. Who stays and who leaves after the season?
You want to go first?
Yeah, and I'm just taking wild guesses here. So don't quote me on this. Like, this is totally unsubstantiated. Just using my very best guess. I think D'Eriq King comes back because I don't think his accuracy is where it needs to be for him to be an NFL quarterback. Mostly because he's already disadvantaged with his height. I don't think NFL prospects are going to watch what is he, like 5'10", maybe even 5'8"?
Yeah. I was going to say 5'10" is being nice.
Yeah, like he's probably 5'8". I don't think people are going to watch his film and see the deep balls that he can't hit and some of these other passes. I mean, he had an interception because the ball got tipped at the line. And, like that might not be a big deal until you remember that he's 5'8". You know what I mean? Like, that's not necessarily fair because everyone has balls tipped sometimes. But it's going to count extra against him because of his height. So I think D'Eriq King comes back, actually. I think Bubba Bolden goes to the NFL. I think Jalen Phillips, and actually, what do I think about Phillips? I think Phillips and Roche go to the NFL as well. Yeah, I think, oh man, Lou Hedley comes back. He just said that he's going to.
Mm-hmm.
Jose Borregales, that is, if he gets told he's going to get drafted, I think he goes. Which he very well could.
Get drafted, man. Like, yeah. I don't really follow kickers in the draft, but
yeah, and that's my thing is like, I think most kickers are undrafted free agents, even the good ones. But I mean, you never know because he has an opportunity to play with his brother here. But like if some team's like, hey dude, we're taking you in the sixth round, like, I don't know, you have to assume that he'd probably leave. And I think Brevin's gone as well. I think Brevin has had way too many injuries. If I was someone in Brevin's circle, I would counsel him to take a hard look at the NFL.
Yeah.
And that's just because, like, dude, he gets hurt every 2 games. He's such a good athlete. I really think he just needs to secure the bag while he has the opportunity.
And talking with Coach Diaz today, when we were at the media, I don't think he's gonna play. I don't think Brevin's gonna play again on Saturday. So, it sucks, dude. It really sucks so bad. Yeah. Like, if you think about it, Brevin has kind of gotten screwed.
Yeah.
Like, with injuries and with the offenses that he's been in, and just like they just underutilize him for 3 years.
Yeah.
It sucks.
It does suck. So.
Okay, so I think King goes, man.
Okay.
You
think he plays quarterback or like wide receiver?
As something. I'm not sure, honestly. I don't know what he's gonna do because even if he stays an extra year, that he's not getting any taller.
Yeah, I mean you're right, but I mean, kind of what I'm thinking is that they're like, hey, dude, you're a wide receiver in the NFL. And then he's like, oh, well, I'll just play quarterback another year then,
Yeah. I think his age could go against him, though, because if he stays for his 6th year of college, Scott Patchen. King will be 25 before he he'll be 25 when he takes his first NFL snap. And I think that plays into a little bit when you're looking at quarterbacks and also skill position players. So either way, I just
I mean that's a very fair argument. So
I would love it if he came back. I love King. He was talking to us today. That kid is an angel.
Yeah.
He's just awesome. So I think he leaves. I want to believe that Bubba and Jalen will come back. I really do. I know that Bubba has had some first-round projections, second-round projections. I feel like Jalen is not quite there. He could be at the end of the season, but I think if he – because after this year, he still has 2 years of eligibility or just 1?
I think he's a redshirt junior, but this year doesn't count. So 2. Yeah.
Well, I mean, and him and Bubba Bolden, they have less than a year of film, you know, to show the scouts. And it's not like film like Greg Rousseau's where you get 15 and a half sacks either.
Yeah. And you know, he was, you know, maybe you heard, but I hesitated a little bit on Phillips because I agree 100% with what you're saying. I just figured, you know, I know him and Bolden are tight. And I feel like if Bolden and Roche are leaving, then I feel like Phillips probably dips too. But I would absolutely love if he came back.
Those are just the kind of players that we haven't had like a multiple of in a long time. And
dude, we're still not recruiting him, which kind of bothers me. You know, I'm kind of bugged that like our 4 best players, and if you include Headley and Borregales, arguably our 6 best players are all transfers. They're guys that we didn't recruit.
Yeah. I think once Manny once Manny gets into his 3rd and 4th year, I think he'll start going away from the portal as much. Yeah. You know, when he came in with Rick, those are Rick's guys. Yeah. And it means a lot more as a head coach when you got, you know, your guys and guys that are buying into your system. And, you know, sometimes you have to go to the portal to do that. We struck out a few times last year, but think about like the difference in our portal players from last year compared to right now. We fill up Bolden, Borregales. It's insane. King. Like
night and day, man. Absolutely.
Our best players are from the portal.
Yeah, seriously, arguably our 6 best guys. I mean, the only person who is fighting to get into that top 6 is Cam Harris, and you know, I mean,
or Brevin
Harris. Oh yeah, sorry, Brevin. My bad. So yeah, you could make the argument that Brevin is top 6 easily. You know, he probably is. Mm-hmm. I forgot about him when I was thinking about it, but I mean, De'Aaron King. Lou Headley, Jose Borregales, Bubba Bolden, Jalen Phillips, and who else am I missing? There's one more. Quincy Roche. You know, like those are easily 6 of our 7 best guys.
Yeah. Dude, I mean, I was looking at a mock draft today. Roche was picked 15th overall, first round.
Good crap.
And the thing is, like, if Jalen and Bubba come back for another year, they will be first rounders.
Yeah.
Or the very early second rounders.
Yeah. Anyways, how about one more question, then we call it?
Let's do it.
Okay, so this is from our guy, Stefan. He's been on the pod at least once, maybe even twice. But so he wants to know who is better long term, Corey Flagg or Sam Brooks. I'm gonna go Corey Flagg.
Why is that?
So just a hunch, honestly. You know, we haven't really seen enough of either of these guys to make a really good judgment call. I know Brooks kind of popped in the Clemson game. But if you look at the Pro Football Focus, like he really hasn't been fantastic this season. I like Brooks though. I think he'll be a starter here. I'm just hoping that Flagg is really good because we need a good linebacker. So that's why I don't have a very substantial reason for saying that.
I mean, I think both should. I think Brooks should be starting right now. It's it's ridiculous that Sam Brooks is not starting at linebacker. And Corey Flagg is playing really well too. I mean, they're getting a ton of snaps, like 30 plus. And I honestly don't know how to answer this question, because with Brooks, you really have that athletic build, and Sam Brooks is just your prototypical linebacker that you want against these spread offenses, things like that. He's fast. He's fast as hell for a linebacker. So that skill set translates into the next level. But then you look at Corey Flagg, and he has like an incredible football IQ for a true freshman. And the dude is just a tackling machine. He's all over the ball, the ball carrier. So, both those guys are, I think, have very, very bright futures.
Yeah.
I've been a fan of Corey Flagg since, we were recruiting him out of Texas, and he's just he had like 150 tackles 2 years in a row in Texas. And so I really like those guys, and I would not be opposed to see them start over 53 and 44.
Yeah, I feel you there, man. All right. Cool. I think that's it then.
All righty. Okay, we will be back on Friday previewing Miami and Virginia. We're going up against our old pal Bronco Mendenhall.
Yeah, and QB number 36. I can't think of his name.
36, 99, and 98.
Yeah, it's like Sterling something, or I don't know. He's number 36. We'll have to get some
UVA nerd to come talk about that on the show. Okay, right.
Find some civil engineer over there.
Some nerd mathematician.
Right.
Okay, all right. We love you guys, and as always, go Canes.
Go Canes.
This has been the Forza Podcast. Remember to